Airports can be absolute chaos. Long lines, random bag checks, overpriced snacks, and nowhere to sit. But what if I told you that with the right airport pass, you could skip the lines, breeze through customs, and relax in a private lounge before your flight? Sounds too good to be true? Well, today, we're breaking down the real truth about every major airport pass out there, from global entry to TSA PreCheck, Clear, NEXUS, Priority Pass, and those exclusive VIP fast-track services that celebrities use. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your travel style and which ones to avoid wasting your money on. Let's jump straight into it, starting with one of the most popular government programs out there, Global Entry. Global Entry. Skip customs. Like a pro. If you're an international traveler, you know the feeling. You've just endured a long-haul flight, and the only thing standing between you and home is a massive, slow-moving line for immigration. This is where Global Entry comes in. Run by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, it's a trusted traveler program designed specifically for pre-approved, low-risk travelers who want to get through U.S. Customs as quickly as humanly possible. Once you're a member, the process is incredibly simple. Instead of joining the main queue, you head straight for a designated Global Entry kiosk. There, you'll scan your passport or U.S. permanent resident card. The kiosk then uses advanced facial recognition technology to verify your identity against the photo in your passport. You'll answer a few customs declaration questions on the screen, and if everything checks out, the machine prints a receipt. You take that receipt, bypass the lines, and head straight to the CBP officer at the exit. In most cases, you're done and on your way to baggage claim in under a minute. It's a game changer. Let's break down the biggest advantages. First, and most obviously, you get to skip those notoriously long customs and immigration lines. After a 10-hour flight, the difference between a 1-minute kiosk stop and a 90-minute wait can feel like a lifesaver. Second, Global Entry automatically includes a full membership to TSA PreCheck. This means you also get expedited security screening on domestic flights within the U.S. It's a fantastic 2-for-1 value. Third, it's a completely paperless process at the airport. No more fumbling for a pen to fill out that blue and white customs declaration form on the plane. Everything is handled digitally at the kiosk. Fourth, its reach is extensive. Global Entry is available at over 75 U.S. and international airports, including pre-clearance locations in countries like Ireland, the UAE, and Canada, allowing you to clear U.S. customs before you even board your flight back to the States. And fifth, your membership is valid for 5 years. Once you're approved, you're set for half a decade of stress-free arrivals. Now, for the downsides, because it's not a perfect system. First, the approval process can be incredibly long. After submitting your application, the background check and conditional approval can take many months, sometimes even over a year in periods of high demand. Second, remember that Global Entry only works when you are entering the United States. It offers no benefits for skipping immigration lines when you arrive in Europe, Asia, or any other international destination. Third, the application fee is non-refundable. If your application is denied for any reason, that $100 is gone for good. Fourth, you must complete an in-person interview at an enrollment center to finalize your membership. These appointments are notoriously difficult to get, with slots often booked up months in advance. And fifth, Global Entry is strictly for expedited screening. It does not include any luxury perks like airport lounge access or other VIP benefits. So, how do you apply? The process starts on the official U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Trusted Traveler Program's website. First, you'll create an account. Then you'll begin the detailed application, which costs $100. Be prepared to provide extensive personal information, including your address and employment history for the past 5 years, as well as a list of all the countries you've visited in the same period. Accuracy is critical here. Double-check every entry before you submit, as even small mistakes can lead to delays or denial. After submitting, you wait. This is the pending review phase, which can take anywhere from a few weeks to over a year. Once you receive your conditional approval, you must schedule that in-person interview. But here's a crucial tip. Consider enrollment on arrival. This allows conditionally approved applicants to complete their interview during their customs inspection when returning from an international trip. No appointment is needed. Just follow the signs to the enrollment on arrival desk. It's by far the easiest way to get it done. For the interview itself, whether at an enrollment center or on arrival, be sure to bring your valid passport and proof of residency, like a driver's license or utility bill. The officer will verify your information, take your photo, and scan your fingerprints. They'll ask you a few simple questions about your application and travel habits. Just be honest and straightforward. Common reasons for denial include having a criminal record, past customs or immigration violations, or providing false or incomplete information on your application. If all goes well, you'll be approved on the spot, and your official global entry card will arrive in the mail a few weeks later, solidifying your 5-year membership. TSA PreCheck, the shortcut through security. If you mostly travel within the US, this one's a must-have. TSA PreCheck gives you access to special lanes where you keep your shoes, belt, and laptop on while going through security. Here are the 5 biggest pros. You skip long lines, you don't remove shoes or electronics, it's available in over 200 airports, your kids under 12 can join for free, and it lasts 5 years. Now the cons, it's only for US airports, it doesn't help with customs, it still requires a background check, sometimes you'll be randomly screened anyway, and it doesn't work with every airline. It costs $78 for 5 years, and you apply at TSA Gov. Clear, the biometric line jumper. Now, this one's a private program not run by the government. Clear uses your eyes or fingerprints to verify your identity and skip straight to the front of the TSA line. Advantages. It's insanely fast, especially when you combine it with TSA PreCheck. You don't need to show ID. Biometrics do the work. It's available at over 50 major US airports. You can add family members for less, and you're approved instantly. No government background check. Disadvantages. It's pricey, about $189 a year. It only works in the US. It doesn't replace TSA screening. It just skips the ID check. There's no customs benefit, and it offers 0 perks internationally. You can sign up at clearme.com or directly at an airport kiosk. NEXUS, the hidden gem for US and Canada travelers. NEXUS is the best deal out there for people who travel between the US and Canada. It speeds up customs, immigration, and security for both countries, and includes global entry and TSA PreCheck for US flights. It works at airports, land borders, and even sea crossings. It's incredibly cheap, just $50 for 5 years. You get all the benefits of global entry and PreCheck. It's valid for half a decade, and it's accepted at most major US and Canadian airports. You need approval from both governments. Interviews can take months to schedule. Enrollment centers are limited. It only helps for US-Canada travel. And again, no comfort or lounge perks. You apply through the Trusted Traveler Program's website, and honestly, it's a steal. Priority Pass, the key to airport lounges. Now, let's shift gears from speed to serenity. While the other passes we've discussed are designed to get you through the airport faster, this one is all about improving your experience while you wait. Imagine escaping the noisy, crowded terminal gate with its uncomfortable seating and overpriced snacks. Instead, you step into a quiet oasis. This is the promise of Priority Pass. It's not about skipping lines, it's about relaxing in style. Priority Pass is a membership program that grants you access to a massive global network of over 1,400 airport lounges and experiences. No matter which airline you're flying or what class your ticket is, think of it as a universal key to a more civilized travel day. So, what exactly do you get inside? Let's break down the advantages. The core benefit is a comfortable space to relax, work, or recharge before your flight. But the perks go much further. You get complimentary food and drinks. The offering varies widely, from simple snacks like pretzels and cookies to extensive hot and cold buffets that can easily substitute for a full meal. You'll find everything from breakfast pastries and coffee in the morning to salads, soups, and hot entrees later in the day. The same goes for drinks. Expect unlimited soft drinks, juices, coffee, and tea, plus complimentary beer, wine, and basic spirits at most locations. You'll also find reliable, high-speed Wi-Fi, which is a lifesaver compared to spotty and unsecured airport networks. Many lounges also offer dedicated business centers with printers, clean and spacious restrooms, and sometimes luxurious extras like shower facilities to freshen up during a long layover, or even private nap pods. With a presence in over 600 cities worldwide, you're likely to find a participating lounge wherever your travels take you. Perhaps the biggest advantage for frequent travelers is that a Priority Pass Select membership is a common perk, included with many premium travel credit cards, effectively making it free. It truly adds a touch of luxury and comfort, turning a stressful travel day with a budget airline into a far more pleasant experience. However, it's not always a perfect paradise. There are some significant disadvantages to consider. First, overcrowding is a real issue. As these memberships have become more popular, some lounges can get extremely crowded during peak travel times, defeating the purpose of a quiet escape. Some lounges even restrict access for Priority Pass members when they are at capacity, prioritizing their own airline's premium passengers. Second, the quality and amenities vary dramatically from one lounge to another. One airport might have a spectacular lounge with a full bar and hot buffet, while another might offer little more than a small room with packaged snacks and a coffee machine. It's inconsistent. Third, guest access usually costs extra. While your membership gets you in, bringing a friend or family member will typically incur a fee, usually around $35 per guest, which can add up. Fourth, and this is a crucial reminder, Priority Pass does absolutely nothing to help you with security or customs. It is purely for your time in the terminal post-security. Finally, the direct membership pricing tiers can be confusing, and choosing the right one depends heavily on your travel habits. If you buy directly from Priority Pass, you'll find three main tiers. The standard plan costs about $99 per year, but you still have to pay a fee for every lounge visit for yourself and for any guests. The Standard Plus plan is around $329 a year and includes 10 free visits for yourself, after which you pay the fee. Finally, the Prestige plan costs about $469 annually and provides unlimited free visits for the member. With all plans, guest visits cost extra. However, the most popular way to get this perk is through a high-end credit card. Cards like the American Express Platinum Card and the Chase Sapphire Reserve offer a complimentary Priority Pass Select membership. This version is most similar to the Prestige plan, offering unlimited visits for the cardholder. Guest policies vary by card. Some allow you to bring in 2 guests for free on every visit, which provides tremendous value for couples or families. Before you fly, it's always a good idea to use the Priority Pass app to check which lounges are available in your departure terminal, their operating hours, and any specific access restrictions to avoid disappointment. VIP Terminal and Fast Track Services. The celebrity experience. Now for the ultimate travel flex. VIP and Fast Track Services are premium airport experiences that let you skip the terminal altogether. You get a private assistant, your own security line, sometimes your own immigration officer, and even a chauffeur to take you straight to your plane. Advantages: total privacy, no crowds, no waiting. Personal staff handle check-in and baggage. Luxury lounges with high-end food and drinks. Direct rides to the aircraft. And it's available at major airports around the world. Disadvantages: it's expensive, anywhere from $300 to $2,000 per trip. You usually need to book in advance. Not every airport offers it. It doesn't connect with government security programs. And let's be real, it's overkill for most travelers. You can book it through airport websites or companies like Marhaba in Dubai, PS at LAX, or Heathrow VIP in London. All right, we've journeyed through the landscape of airport passes, from government-run trusted traveler programs to private luxury services. But the big question remains, after all that, which one is actually worth your money and time? The answer, as you've probably guessed, isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It depends entirely on you, your travel habits, your budget, and what you value most when you're at the airport. So, let's break it down with a final decision matrix to help you find your perfect match. First, let's talk about the purely domestic traveler. If your flights are almost exclusively within the United States, your main battle is with the security line. Here, your two primary contenders are TSA PreCheck and Clear. TSA PreCheck is the workhorse of expedited security. For a very reasonable price, you get access to a shorter, faster line where you can keep your shoes on, your liquids and laptops in your bag, and your dignity intact. It's available at over 200 airports and with more than 90 airlines, making it incredibly reliable. If you fly even just a few times a year, the time and stress saved make it a fantastic value. On the other hand, you have Clear. Clear isn't a government program. It's a private service that uses biometrics, your eyes and fingerprints, to verify your identity, allowing you to skip the ID check with the TSA agent entirely. You get escorted to the front of the PreCheck or standard lane. It's significantly more expensive than PreCheck, and it's not at as many airports. So, who is it for? It's for the frequent flyer who values every single second and wants the absolute fastest path through security, especially at airports that get notoriously long PreCheck lines. The ultimate power move for a domestic road warrior? Combining Clear with TSA PreCheck. You use Clear to bypass the ID check line, then sail through the PreCheck physical screening. It's the fastest combination possible for domestic travel. Now, what if you have international adventures on your horizon? If you plan to leave the US even once in the next 5 years, the answer is simple. Get global entry. This is the undisputed champion for international travelers. Why? Because for just a small amount more than TSA PreCheck, it gives you all the benefits of PreCheck for your domestic flights, plus expedited processing through US Customs when you return from abroad. Instead of snaking through a painfully long line after a long-haul flight, you head to a kiosk, scan your passport and fingerprints, and you're on your way in minutes. It can literally save you hours of waiting. Given that it includes PreCheck, it's a 2-for-1 deal that makes it the most logical choice for anyone who mixes domestic and international trips. And for our neighbors to the north, or anyone who frequently travels between the US and Canada, there's an even better option: NEXUS. Think of NEXUS as the secret all-access pass. It gives you all the benefits of global entry and, by extension, all the benefits of TSA PreCheck, but it also adds expedited processing at land border crossings and airports between the US and Canada. And the most incredible part? It's the cheapest of all the trusted traveler programs. The only catch is that the application process requires an interview at a joint US-Canada enrollment center, which are primarily located along the northern border. But if you can get an appointment, NEXUS is, without a doubt, the best value in the entire travel world. But what if your main airport enemy isn't the line, but the chaos of the terminal itself? What if you crave comfort, not just speed? This is where Priority Pass shines. This program isn't about getting you through the airport faster. It's about making your time the airport better. It grants you access to a network of over 1,500 airport lounges and experiences worldwide. Inside, you can escape the crowded gate areas and find complimentary food, drinks, Wi-Fi, and comfortable seating. It transforms a stressful layover into a moment of relaxation or productivity. It's the perfect pass for travelers with long layovers, those who arrive at the airport early, or anyone who just wants a more civilized travel experience. And finally, for the traveler for whom money is no object, or for that once-in-a-lifetime special occasion, there's the VIP terminal. This isn't a pass. It's a completely separate, luxurious reality. You bypass the main terminal entirely. You get a private suite, gourmet food, and your own dedicated security screening. When it's time to board, you're driven directly to the aircraft in a luxury vehicle. It's the ultimate red carpet moment, offering unparalleled privacy, comfort, and efficiency. It's the definition of traveling in style. Now let's address a couple of frequently asked questions. First, what about traveling with children? For TSA PreCheck, children 12 and under can accompany an eligible parent or guardian through the PreCheck lane. For Clear, kids under 18 are free when accompanied by a member. For global entry and NEXUS, however, every single person, regardless of age, needs their own membership. That means even infants need to go through the full application and interview process to use the global entry kiosks. Another common issue is name mismatches. Your name on your airline ticket must be an exact match to the name you used for your Trusted Traveler Program application. If your ticket says Mike, but your global entry is registered under Michael, the system won't recognize you and you won't get PreCheck on your boarding pass. Always double check that your known traveler number is entered correctly and that your name in your airline loyalty profile matches your government ID and Trusted Traveler membership perfectly. It's a small detail that can make all the difference. The truth is, as we've seen, no single pass does it all. The real magic happens when you strategically combine them to build your own seamless airport journey. Imagine this ultimate travel day. You use your Clear membership to skip the ID line, your included TSA PreCheck from Global Entry to breeze through security screening, and then you use your Priority Pass to relax in a lounge with a free meal before your flight. Upon returning from your international trip, you use Global Entry to bypass the customs line in minutes. That's the ultimate smooth airport experience, and it's entirely achievable. If this video helped you finally understand the confusing world of airport passes, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss our next deep dive. And I want to hear from you in the comments below, based on your travel style, which airport pass or combination would you choose for your next trip? And speaking of value, many of these passes don't even have to cost you a dime. A huge number of premium travel credit cards offer statement credits that will reimburse you for the application fees for Global Entry, TSA PreCheck, and even provide complimentary Priority Pass memberships. If you want a follow-up video where we break down the best credit cards that give you these passes for free, drop a comment saying Airport Perks, and I'll make that my very next video. Because at the end of the day, traveling should be about the destination, not the hassle of getting there. Travel smart, skip the stress, and I'll see you in the lounge.